we're back with WHHI-TV, and we're at the Culinary of the South on the campus of the TCL at the beautiful kitchen.
It's actually a teaching auditorium.
A teaching auditorium, correct.
Yes,
and I want to
ma'am.
introduce you to Chef Jackie Orak, who is not only a master baker, chef, she'll tell me exactly what it is, but also you are the department chair.
Yes.
So you're in the kitchen and you're also running the program.
Overseeing the entire program, yes ma'am.
So let's start. First, let's do a little background on you, because I find it really intriguing where you started as a chef.
Yep.
In the culinary world, and sort of moved around. Tell us about that.
Yes, absolutely. So I started in the culinary degree program at Johnson & Wales, and then I found my passion for baking during that degree program. So I was like, you know what, with the guidance of my instructors and everybody at school, they encouraged me to continue on. So I've got my associates also in baking, and then I did that for a while. And then of course, with being in the hospitality tourism world, it is humongous. So I was pushed based on personality, because when you think about hospitality, it is about being a social butterfly. So they pushed me to the front, and then I moved into director of catering, banquet manager, eventually general manager, director of operations, and also I worked into that my career sommelier as well. So the vast knowledge that you can do in this program, in this world, opportunities are endless.
Chef Jackie, I'm just so impressed. I mean, your experiences are just amazing, and here we are. So, and it's interesting because you also, two things you get to do. You get to do, oversee the program, which and we were talking about in detail, but also you keep your fingers inside. And you also get to oversee the students. So
you
have a lot of that interaction.
Absolutely. One thing for being in the industry for over 20 years is that everything that I've learned from my managers from everybody you get to now impart the good, the bad, the ugly into the students and help them grow and help them figure out who they will be as future managers, professionals that we're developing here at the school.
All right, so on that note, let's start off with curriculums, because there's 3 degrees we were mentioning.
Yes, we have degrees in culinary arts, baking and pastry, my absolute favorite, and then we have hospitality and tourism as well. And also for each degree program, we also have certificates that fall right in line. If you don't want to start off with a 2-year program, you can start dipping your toe in with the 1-year certificate program, and then maybe, you know what, I want to get my actual associate degree and continue on. So it literally falls into each other.
So let's talk about the 1-year certificate program, because I think what does that entail? What time, hours, classes?
So it falls in line with all of the prereqs and 5-hour labs, 2.5-hour lecture classes. So it's all the classes that, again, would fall into the degree program. You can do it in 2 semesters. It is 8 classes, which are 3 credits apiece. So it's a 24-credit program. 8
classes total for that certificate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and if you want associate, then it's
66 credits. So it's additional 66 minus 24.
Yeah, we'll figure the math out in a minute. So and then what I like about it, they're coming to school with a purpose.
Absolutely.
So they can go into hospitality, they can go into be cooking chefs, and then they can also do the bakery. And do you find, it's really interesting, oftentimes there's culinary chefs, then you have the bakery.
Absolutely.
The bakers, and tell us about that, because traditionally they don't cross. Somebody's over there.
Normally they don't, because they're 2 different mindsets. So I like to say anybody can cook, but a special person can bake.
We should just put down the gauntlet. Boom.
So with baking, it is about science and formula and technique, and it takes time, precision, attention to detail. So not everybody likes to follow rules. But with baking is that there are instructions set in place, because again, there are chemical reactions. There's reasons why we put things together in a certain order so that we get that the bake in the oven. I like to say in cooking, you throw everything in a pot and you can still add a bunch of different things to make it taste better, but we really don't know if it really worked. Did you undermeasure, overmeasure until it comes out and then we taste it? So we don't have those opportunities as bakers to fix it throughout the process. So again, it's very important, follow the direction, measuring that attention to detail. And usually you're a science or a math-based person. I'm very artsy, and I play the violin, I do painting. So now, with finding my passion for baking, I found a beautiful medium, icing cakes, cookies, cupcakes, baking everything you can think of. So it's a different skill set. But again, traditionally you can have culinarians. I have culinarians in my Baking 101 class, and I try to give them enough tools in their chest, so even if they don't decide to take the baking degree or certificate, which I encourage, to get as many degrees as you can, they'll still have something that they can pull out, some sort of simple dessert. That way you have that background.
Oh, I love that. You know, and that's really important to understand that, to have the diversity, because you don't know where your career is going to go. That's the whole thing about this is what we're talking with you know, Chef Miles, is that, and like you pretty much stayed in the lane as far as you're in the food service world, but in his world, you know, again, he started in the service and then went around and ended up being personal chefs, and so I just find that amazing. What else can we talk about? We have an upcoming summer program that starts, when they can enroll?
Our summer semester starts this coming Monday, which is June 6th, for 7 weeks. And then one program we didn't talk about that's more new to our list of programs is Healthy Baking and Cooking, which has taken off actually really high in the older segment. Again, when we think about fat is flavor, butter is flavor, but then learning how to substitute, use other ingredients to enhance flavor and not use all those little heavier, richer ingredients.
Is that like ghee? Is that something?
Ghee is going to be better, so more, again, there's a difference between healthy fats, but again, substituting out prunes or applesauce for oils, for in terms of the baking world, of course, that's where I focus more on, but again, learning the different types of oils and their purposes. Okay,
and then the fall program starts when?
We start August 22nd, and our classes are small, which is amazing, so if you're interested, we definitely want to get you enrolled as soon as possible.
Yeah, look, are you in-person class or do you online? How does that working now?
All of our lab classes are in person. We do offer some online for our lecture classes, but the majority of our program is all in person.
All right. Well, Chef Jackie, it's always lovely to see you.
Thank you
also,
so much.
She's also, what's the other specialty that you are?
Sommelier.
Yay, I love that too. So we're going to have to do something with desserts and sommelier.
That sounds like a plan.
We'll come back. All right, we'll be back with more 843 TV.